All right. All right. We're recording now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another podcast at Golden Way Podcast. You got your co-host over there, Jimbo. He's touching his what was that, Han Solo?
That's Han Solo in the
That
background.
is
That's my big
Han,
O.
dude. That's a Chewie, bro. That is
Bro,
a
it's
Chewie
big.
more than a Han. That,
Bink.
dude.
I love you, buddy.
And you got your other guy, Golden Titan here. So
Old new
thank you for
Titan.
tuning in. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Before we were starting, I was about to tell a ghost story. So I kind of wanted to explain some stuff. So I've been having, the lights turn on in the bathroom once in a while, turn on and off. And I saw a shadow go by
This
once
is
in
an
the
ongoing
hallway.
thing. This has been going on for months,
Yeah, it's
bro.
been going on since I've moved in. Now, I haven't been able to really get it to communicate or anything. Haven't whenever I call it out, it won't turn on anything. It won't talk to me. But I've been noticing now the lights are on the dimmest setting. So
Mm-hmm.
that might have an effect, but
It's
I've
possible.
noticed that the lights have been flickering. So I was trying to put two and two together like glue, but I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how cohesive it is.
Yeah.
But I started asking questions, and I would do one flicker for yes, two flickers for no. And so I
Okay.
started asking questions. It just flickered. It just flickered no. It just flickered twice, like really hard too. And so I started asking questions like, you know, are you here? And I would get a flicker. I was like, is it just one? Two flickers. Is it more than one? One flicker. And I've gotten it all the way up to it's five people so far, I think. And usually one just talks to me and they're assholes. They're trolls. But I don't know though. Like, because certain things will happen, and so I'll just like blurt it out and they'll flicker and I'll be like, wait, are you serious? And then they'll flicker again, answering in like a very trollish manner. And I'm like,
God.
these ghosts are gonna be trolls here? Oh my god, this is gonna be terrible.
Bro, we've all
So
seen Casper, man. I mean, he's
I
he's
know,
the
I
only
know. So
friendly ghost.
he is the only friendly ghost. Yeah. So I'm
The
kind
rest
of
of them are a bunch of
nervous about
trolls.
all of it, but it's kind of fun at the same time. They haven't done anything. Like I don't see anything move. Nothing ever talks. I haven't
Mm-hmm.
tried really that much. This
Yeah.
was the first real test I've done.
Okay.
So it's kind of funny, but now I know that they don't flicker the lights when I light the incense.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I troll them back, like, bitch, don't make me get out that motherfucking incense and just send your ass away. Like, I will get you, bro. Like, don't
Dude,
be
you
fucking
you
trolling me and shit.
you have
Like,
your like own like subverse of like Ghostbusters going on in your house, dude.
yeah, dude, I don't know. It's kind of funny, but I don't know if any of it's real or if I'm just hallucinating most of it and just being weird.
Dude, who knows what's real anymore? You know what I mean?
Right? But,
Like,
anyways,
I wake up every single day and I'm like, is this a video game? Like, what the fuck is going on?
sometimes I
Like,
kind of wish it was a video
someone
game.
someone threw in some cheat codes at some point and
Right?
forgot to
Like,
fucking turn
let me
off the
just
state
take
witness
a
system, dude.
sword out of my sheath and go dungeon crawling and make like a couple gold, you know?
100%, dude.
Like, I don't
Dude,
want to go to work today. I'm gonna dungeon crawl. I think I'll
dude,
make it.
that's fucking intense, dude. I have a similar story to share at some point. I mean, not right
What?
now actually, because I have some
Ah,
questions about this. That's the thing.
okay, okay,
I've got some
okay,
questions about this, bro.
okay.
So, like,
Exactly.
like
Right.
what's the vibe? You know what I mean? Like
The-
when this is
I
going
don't. I
on, because there's
don't
times when you're like,
get. I don't get like the goose. Like I kind of get the goosebump feeling because I'm talking to it.
oh, I mean, yeah, dude, it's talking to
But
you're talking to
okay,
someone you don't see.
right. But so here's my thing about that whole like goosebump thing. If your lady's kissing your neck in that sweet spot, you gonna get goosebumps too. If you're literally in the snow, you're also gonna get goosebumps. So I
True.
think I think all of that is just mainly sensation of the skin.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it might be a physical sensation, but it
Yeah.
could be. just because your honey bunny kisses you in the sweet spot, you're gonna get goosebumps. You get, ooh, okay, okay, ooh. you know
Goddamn fact.
it is. So I know it's stimulation at a certain point, but
Mhm.
that's how I feel about it. Like, I don't know if that's a real thing. So I don't get really that much, but sometimes I
Are you
do, just
feeling
because the sensation.
like, are you feeling like nervous though when it's around? Like, do you ever feel unsafe? You know what I mean?
Nah, nah,
Okay.
it's never dark. It's never like I gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, this shit's getting at me. It's never like that. It's more like, if it really was Casper, but he was sort of a dick. Like,
Yeah, man.
like,
Yeah.
kind of a bit of a troll. Like, always in good humor, just because I troll him back. Okay, so the light is flickering. I think he just said it just went once. So it was like, yeah, yeah. That was kind of like the sensation I just got right there. It was just like, yeah, I agree.
Dude,
Like,
we're gonna
yeah,
you're gonna be sitting there tonight, dude, watching this VOD backwards, and you're just gonna like hear in the background just like, "Hey Shepard, come on out and play!" And you're gonna be like, "Wait, what the?"
I haven't done any of the recording stuff, like the EVPs or whatever, like we used to do at your old house. We did that,
Bro, with the
right?
green lens, fucking the
No,
spy
no,
glasses.
when we did it at like your mom's old house or your mom's house
Yep.
with like Mitch and everyone,
Yep.
and we saw the
Oh.
the 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 door open and creak open slowly. You remember that in your room?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
remember that? It was me, you, and Mitch, and I think not Chicago, but the other Nikki with
Okay.
her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was her.
Hash snipe. Hash snipe. I
Yeah,
miss
yeah,
Nicole.
yes,
Nicole.
Nicole.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Nicole. I miss that.
So I remember that night where we actually did a real EVP session, and we thought we actually caught something, and then
Yep.
we see the door just randomly just creak open after for no
Bro, I blocked
reason.
that out, man. I forgot about that till just now.
Dude, I you know what? Mikey Wheels was there too,
That's a fact.
because
I remember
we did
that.
it in the living room. I remember that. He
Dude,
was there.
I had
Mikey
some real
Wheels.
crazy experiences back at my mom's place, man. Like, and to this day, the funny thing is to this day, my mom and my brother both are like, no. And I'm just like,
Dude, they block it out.
but but
They
it's
block it
not
out.
just me. Like, our friends have had these
Yeah. Oh
experiences.
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
what? Like,
Oh yeah.
I still remember to this day. I don't know. Were you with us the day that I think it was me, Billy, Travis, Jacob, and I remember because me like Jacob was the one who I thought was really he was the one that was like, I'm not into this, but like I'll fucking put my head up in the fucking attic. Because remember, I guess I should tell the story on the why that attic
Yeah.
was so scary.
Yeah.
So all right, like
I think I was there for that.
long story long, it's just basically like one night I woke up, I was like 15, I think. We had just moved into this house. So it was like new house jitters, all that shit. We'd found out some pretty dark history about this house at this point, but like, I mean, I never thought anything of it
Do you
really. And
remember any of the history of it?
you know, I do, I do, but
Well, you got to tell the audience. They can't just be left hanging like that. Like,
well, it's
there's some
dark as
history, but let's skip over it.
well,
Like,
it's dark, you know, and plus, I mean, my family, I mean, they still live there, so I don't really want to like
I get
blast
you.
that all out. But like, long story long though, the house was used for some really shitty shit in the past, like really shitty shit in the '60s, and then like still equally shitty, but not as despicable as the shit going on in the '60s, like up until the point that we moved in, basically. And
Yeah, because you guys were a loving family. All right.
yeah,
There
man.
was
And
no
it was
shitty
it was
shit.
weird that
Just-
we were moving into a $2 million lot, like a $2 million house with at the rate that we were paying for rent. But we also had, I mean, I'll fucking say this, you motherfuckers. You guys are some fucking slumlords out there.
Yeah, I
And
was
you guys
about
keep
to
treating
say,
my
but
mom
that
like that
house
shit,
was
dude.
like decomposing. So
But
2 million lot just because the land.
dude, I
Mind
mean,
you,
I
the
sat,
land, not
yeah.
the house. The house
My
was
mom,
not
dude,
two
my mom
million
turned,
dollars.
and when we got that place, it was a piece of shit. And my mom turned that place into a fucking home, dude.
She
And they
really did.
still
She
try
did
to
the
fuck her with the
best
rent,
she
dude.
could, and it's still yeah.
Bro, her
So
fucking her I'll say this shit. Her ceiling was fucking falling
yeah.
in on her for a long ass
by
time. Dude. I don't even know if
herself,
they
you
fixed
know,
that shit,
did
bro.
that
But
shit.
I know for a fact, I personally witnessed it being brought up like 3 times, and they never even fucking like. They'd show up and fucking like do some patchwork on the roof. It's like, get out of here, dude. The ceiling's falling in, you asshole. Like,
Right.
anyways, long story short, though, that's getting way off topic. So, I'm
Anyways, some
15.
shitty shit.
I'm 15. The house is some pretty shitty fucking energy, and like just from like what was it had good energy because the house, the like us
The
living in
loving
it, but
family.
like the fucking history of the house was pretty
The,
fucking
that
murky,
dark
and like
history.
and so like I started having like I had my experience that made me believe in the paranormal, and that was basically just I woke up one night
Mhm.
at like my mom used to get up every day at 4 or 3:30 in the morning, and she'd be heading to work by 4. My mom didn't work this day. It was like a Saturday, and the layout of the house was like you come in, it was like one of those old school like California box houses. So like
Mhm.
you come into the living room, dining room, kitchen, separating wall, and then that separating wall goes down into a hallway. If you look down the hallway, there's 4 doors. You're gonna have your first door on the right's your bathroom. First
3
door on the left would
bedrooms,
be
1
my
bath.
yep.
3
First
bedroom, 1 bath.
bedroom door on the left was my
First
room.
story kind of thing.
Yep.
Hmm.
Second door was my mother's room, and the room
Adjacent from her.
a room adjacent was my brother's.
Hmm.
And I wake up hearing very, very, very clear footsteps. And I was like, okay, like someone really heavily walking through my house. And like,
Right. Mind you,
I'm
you do have a dog. You had a dog, Rebel, but this was a small dog at the time. Not,
small dog at the time. Rebel was there, but and yeah, that's
this
also
is
something
not
I've never forgotten either is that Rebel didn't react, which was weird to me, which has always made me kind of question
like,
whether or not I was just crazy or something at the time. But he never reacted. Like there was, it's as if he didn't hear anything. But like I remember I heard these footsteps going down my hallway to like the edge of the hallway
kitchen.
between no, like to the end of the hallway between my mom and my brother's room. Then they walked past my door again because like you would hear like when someone would walk. It's such a small hallway, and it's such old
Hmm.
shitty doors that
And
like
it's different between a dog and a human, mind you. Like especially
yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah,
hallway
yeah.
because it was carpeted, so you a dog doesn't make that thump thump thump
No,
like
no, no. It was
thudding
like a very
sounds.
clear like
Yeah, it's not like a
walking
dog
through the
just like
house.
dragging its feet because it's just being a lazy bum just guarding the house, you know?
Yep. Yep. And so like
Much different.
I remember eventually I called out and was like, cause I kept hearing this for a while. I was like, my mom isn't even supposed to be up today. Like this is the day that she would sleep in. And I remember just like finally I called out to her and I was just like, hey mom, is that you? But from my mom's room, she calls back to me because her room was on the other side of the wall. Like we shared a wall. So she just yelled back to me and was like, no. And I was like, okay, someone's. I was like, is it Chris? And she was like, she's like, I thought it was you. And I was like, no. Is it Chris? And she was like, I don't know where Chris is. So I get up at this point, and I remember just standing on the other side of this door and thinking to myself, like,
Fuck,
okay, it's not
fuck.
mom. It's
Like,
not mom. And the
it's
only other
just
person
that
in this house is
just
a younger brother
bottoming
that is much smaller
feeling,
than me.
like,
And these
right?
steps are like an adult man steps. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah,
is
these
fucking
are,
scary.
this is like grandpa walking around, you know?
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
like us
yeah.
walking around.
And so I opened up the door and I remember just peeking out in pitch fucking blackness.
Oh,
And if anyone was in the house, they had the lights on because it's absolutely pitch black. And I mean, you've spent
yeah.
the night before, like it's
Hmm.
pitch black in that house with all the lights off and complete darkness. But now I hear the footsteps in my ceiling. Like it's like as if they're right in front of me, as if the person's standing in front of me walking, but they're just walking past me, just but in my ceiling going towards the kitchen, like towards the living room, right? Towards the kitchen and living room area. So I remember I followed it and I remember standing in the middle of my living room while these fucking footsteps like pitter pattered in a circle in my living room, then continued to walk back down my hallway and stop at the fucking entrance to the attic.
Hmm.
And I was like, no, because at this point I'm like, I need to figure some shit out. So I go down there and I fucking open my mom's door. My mom's in her room and she's like, the fuck are you doing? It's fucking like 4:30 in the morning. I'm supposed to be asleep. You're supposed to be asleep. What's going on? And I'm just like speechless, just like, and I just turn
I'm
around.
freaking
I
out, Mom.
close her door. Yeah, I close her door. At this point, I'm like, Mom's back to sleep. Cool. Close her door. Open up my brother's door. Now, at this point, I'm expecting my brother maybe had been hiding, like just maybe he was playing a trick on me. And I open my brother's door, and he is fucking dead asleep. And at this point, dude, I have the vivid memory of at that point going through the entire house. Like, bro, I went into my bathroom and like pulled the fucking curtains and like on the fucking, because I had that back door, I had that back window. I had that back window. I've snuck into my house through my window in that shower. So I was like, maybe, and I fucking open it, windows shut. I never heard the window drop. And you remember that window was one of those like ones where it just slips.
You have to like slam it down.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's like one of those ones.
When it does it, there's no friction. There's no friction.
Yeah, and like, each time it makes the sound that you're like moving it down, and then it finally slams down. Like it's not just a.
Yep. And so I'm sitting there thinking at this point, I'm like almost in tears, dude. I'm like, this is fucked up. And so, but in my head, I'm just like, all right, like I'm the man of the house, though. I gotta go make sure every place is safe.
Dude, you gotta go walk around the house real quick, outside in the backyard. Like,
you remember the old positioning for that fridge and how we had that little cubby that's like off behind the fridge. If you look into the kitchen, you'd see the sink and then the fridge, but then there'd be that little space that you could stand behind. And dude, I remember just standing at the end of the fucking kitchen, staring at that fucking space, just going, it has to be a ghost, because if it's not, that's the only place that this person could be hiding in. Because I've literally been visibly able to see everything since I had the moments. So like, there is no explanation as to this, and so I've got to go check it out, man. And I remember I just walked around the corner, dude, and fucking nothing was there.
Yeah. But it's almost the sigh of relief until you realize it's not the sigh of relief.
No, dude, my brain was, there was fucking short.
That means that there's
all over, dude.
Something fucking else.
Yeah, I confidently, regard myself as a very logical person.
That's how you get,
I couldn't figure that out. People have tried telling me, they're like, maybe it's a raccoon up in your maybe it's a raccoon in your ceiling. I was like, cool. You tell me when a raccoon's walking like this.
The problem, I was just thinking like, oh, maybe a raccoon. But the problem is that the area that your mom lives in, we've always been having coyote problems.
I don't think a coyote got in our ceiling though.
Right. But that's the thing, is that it couldn't have been a raccoon, because coyotes are just all over the place.
Dude, yeah, man. We had a group.
So you like, I mean, you could maybe get, but there's just no way. And you didn't have like any ventilation or anything like coming out of the top,
The next day,
it was an old decrepit house.
I checked my roof, dude. There was no.
So lead to the story of Jacob and you guys opening up the attic.
So that happens, and no joke, man. Like, I think we had like I think altogether we had like fucking 8 people. There was a lot. There was like people out front because they just didn't want to be part of it, and then we had the guys that went in. Because I think that was the same day, dude, that I broke that front window with that fucking. There was like the one water balloon to make it to the window shattered. I remember because I had to go to the fucking Home Depot before my mom got home and try to buy a new window. And while at Home Depot, realizing I don't have any money and I don't know what fucking window to buy.
How I want to see the comments on how many people have had to throw or have thrown a party or have done something. Someone, either a friend, a random person there, or yourself, have broken something and then have had to go to like Home D and go replace it real quick before the parents get home.
It didn't work out for me, but
did it work out? Was the next question. Like,
I had to call my I realized at the time I had to call my mother and realized I had no fucking clue what window to buy, what size to buy. I didn't check anything before. I just panic ran to fucking Home Depot and was like,
no
in the glass
measurements or anything. Like, I don't know how to buy a window.
I remember just asking this guy. I was like, man, I just broke my front window. And I don't know. And he's just like, okay, so like, what's the size of the window? And how, like, is it like dual pane? Like, what do you? And I'm just like, I remember just thinking to myself, like, there's different panes of windows. Like I thought it was just glass. Like, oh my God. You know, just like fuck, dude. And of course, I mean, dude, at that time, I think I was doing a lot of drugs. So like, I mean, I was an asshole when it came to like my mental state anyways. So I don't think I remember just calling my grandpa. My grandpa was the one who saved me, dude. Grandpa fucking, I called him up and was just like, hey bud, like
Grandpa
I done
is
fucked up. And grandpa was just like, I got you. And he took me to his glass guy in Gardena, and he told his glass guy exactly what we needed, and then even helped me put it back in before my mom got home. Mom knew about it. Mom knew about all of this. I'd called her through a panic and was just like, Mom, I don't know what to do. I need to figure out what kind of window we fucking need. And yeah,
Luckily, you had the money real quick. You're just like, whoop
dude, I didn't at the time, but I came up with it. That's what so I came up with it. So I
panhandling for the homies.
just sitting outside of Walgreens, man. Not just no, but yeah. So we had about like 8 people, I think, at the house at the time, and we took a chair and put it underneath the opening, and the like not the dare, but the challenge, I guess, was like to see what the fuck was in my fucking attic, because I was so terrified. I never even fucking checked. I like never fucking.
Yeah, you guys never put anything up there anyways. Like sometimes families, like my family, used to put shit up there.
No, we didn't use it, dude.
And
that's what I mean, too. There was
you guys never used it for like Christmas decorations or anything. You guys had like 6 sheds.
We got sheds. We had tent trailers. We were all set, dude, when it came to storage, bro.
Like, yeah, so there was no attic storage happening in there.
And to this day, though, I stand behind the fact that I believe that place is haunted, because of like that day, all of us tried. None of us could actually put our head into that attic and like see what was in there. And it wasn't based off of like fear, for me at least. It didn't. I wasn't like, I was like, bro, I live here. You know what I mean? Like I gotta live with it no matter what. So like I might as well stick my fucking head up in this attic. But you would get this fucking suppressive ass feeling to where like you just knew that even if you didn't see anything up there, like something is up there. Like you just had this, like talking about it right now, dude. I just had like a full body sweat.
Dude,
hit me
that was my old house. That was my old house. Like dude, like fucked. Thinking of my old house right now where I used to live, there was where my room was, there was my parents' room, then there was, you know, the office or whatever, my brother's room. And in that little hallway right there, it always felt like someone was just staring at you. So if it didn't matter if you were watching TV or if we were all eating dinner. No, the Torrance house when I lived next to your next to your grandpa.
Dude, that was my mom and my dad's place.
Yeah, so that was my first ghost experience there, was when I saw the little boy's face. And then the whole time after that, I just kept feeling something in that hallway, just always looking at me. If you were sitting on the couch, you would sometimes just look over and just expect someone to come out of the bathroom or expect someone over there. But you knew that the whole house was empty. But you felt that someone's presence was there. Yeah. And it bugged me. Like Max hated it. Our dog hated it. He would always just like, whenever he had to go over there, he would slowly go over there. He hated running over there. He'd run everywhere else, but he hated over there.
Yeah.
Like, terrible. So,
dude, yeah, man. Oh, dude. It's kind of weird, man. It's weird.
What if I'm being followed? Oh no.
Coming for you.
He's on this way.
He's on the way.
I'm on the way.
Just ran my face into the microphone.
Dude. I hurt myself today too. Like a doofus too. Just whacked myself with like the pallet rider. Yeah, it's electric. Okay. And I saw someone I needed to get something from. So I immediately waved my hand at him like, yo, hey, like a normal person would when you want to get someone's attention. But, you know, brain fart that I was holding on to the throttle and everything. So when I let go, it just came up and just whacked me right in the side and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. It was terrible. It was like 12 pounds just hitting my hip. It just felt like a hammer real quick. Just
That is terrible.
yeah.
I'm really tired of looking like Casper. Give me 1 second. I was like, I noticed that. I looked at myself again. I was just like, dude, you need to chill, bro. Well, let's throw on some fucking, not some fucking, but there we go. Some warm light.
That I don't know if that made it worse. I can barely see your nose. I can see the mustache. That's about it. I can't see like the actual outline right here.
Like after he grew a hipster beard and put on a fucking paperboy hat.
Right? On, you're like he joined the Peaky Blinders real quick. It looked like if he just put on a fake eyebrows, fake beard, and then said that. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, it's a lot better now.
Now I see little bit behind you. Is that little bit right there?
That is a little bit right there.
Look at that prowling. Oh, dude, she's about to freaking pounce on something. Look at that. That is some.
Is Bit going through her bits right now? Oh, she's just good. And then there's Big O Han. Just
dude, that is Chewy, bro. That is.
He's a big O dog.
Dude, that is a dog, bro. That's a Maine Coon right there, bro.
18-pound cat.
That is a bobcat. You have a bobcat.
He is the most love bug of a dog cat you've ever met in your life, dude. That cat has quite literally never bit me.
Yeah, definitely not like Boots.
Oh, Boots will fuck you up.
Yeah,
Boots will be like, come here and give me some.
Boots is like a straight jerk, dude.
And he won't give you a warning. He'll just decide he's done.
Yeah, it's like that one person you just don't ever want to meet because he's just gonna try to throw down at every moment.
Dude, it's like your friend. He's like your friend that's always on Xanax. You know I mean? He's like your friend that's always on Xanax.
What are you talking about, man?
Dude, you could be going.
What's wrong with you?
You're at a party and you just hear some guy just be like, "Damn, that shit's fucking stupid," and he's just like, "Who the fuck called me stupid?" Like, fucking, and he's gone. By the way, no one's paid attention to your friend, so that because he's kind of a handful. So like your Xanax friend is off on his own.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is that where he has
just
gone,
sipping the beer by himself.
He has sprinted to this guy who is having a full-on conversation about absolutely nothing that concerns your friend.
Like an ocelot. Like just nothing.
Exactly, dude. And he's about to go for the kill, by the
dude,
way. Like,
just straight going for the jugulant.
I've had dudes roll up on me and start talking mad shit at like In-N-Out and stuff. And their friends just roll up and they're like, "Oh man, my bad, dude. He just took a bunch of acid and he's on like fucking 4 milligrams of fucking Xanax." And I'm just like,
definitely wasn't the acid. Was the Xanax.
where is the fucking logic in any of that, bud? Like, I want to see a lot of things, but I'd also like to put myself into a mental coma. Let's just do that, Let's create a new type.
I want to be on the borderline of insane and pretty comfortable. Jesus. Pretty freaking comfortable.
I just want to be chill. I want to be chill while I lose my mind.
Right?
Like
like a straight vegetable that just got way too baked.
Dude, that takes me to that In-N-Out story when that kid was on a shit ton of acid. Were you there when that kid was on a bunch of acid and he just started fucking like turning on all of the soda machines and like he was just refilling the same cup until it was over like filling, but he just kept going to soda machines and someone came up to him and was like, "Are you okay, sir?" And he just like pours his lemonade onto the ground.
Dude, he picks up the lemonade, right? He like does something where the lemonade just splatters freaking everywhere, bro. Everywhere. And everyone's like, "Dude, what's going on?" And this kid's just dying laughing too. And everyone's like, and he's like, right? He's just like,
I was like looking at this kid like, "Dude, you need to go home." Like, your friends suck, by the way, dude. Like, your friends suck.
I bet you he had the best trip of his life.
Dude, I bet you he doesn't remember it, but I bet you it was.
Mars. Oh my God.
100%, dude. That kid was so far gone. He just was in the middle of one of the busiest In-N-Outs in fucking Torrance, like the South Bay.
Okay, that just reminds me of the story of our friend, and I'm gonna give him a pseudo name, like a fake name, and call him Clark Kent. Okay. Now, Clark Kent here, we were at that same In-N-Out, and he also did some acid.
Oh.
And mind you, his trip was so good that he stiffed as a board. Now, when I say stiffed as a board, I mean like trying to put a 2x4 in a convertible. He didn't sit down. Right. Yeah.
Just laid.
Yes, we could not bend his legs. He would not bend, and he was just freaking out. And mind you, this is like a physics major, and he just looks at us and he's like, "Physics doesn't make sense." Yeah, it does. No, no, man. I'm like, shit. Did we break him?
No, man.
So we took him
I'm
to the
not
hospital,
No.
and his parents came and hated all of us, and we weren't allowed to hang out with him for a while. But it was all on his own volition. I didn't. No one. He was like, "Oh,
Was I
I'm
there for
gonna
this?
do this."
This
I'm
sounds familiar,
pretty.
but
Yeah. You were there. You were there. We
oh,
put him in a PT Cruiser, a convertible PT Cruiser. It wasn't. It wasn't
got it.
JT's. It wasn't JT's. It was someone else's. But like we
Yeah.
ended up taking him to the hospital because he pissed himself. Like,
Yep.
and that's what threw us off. Was
that
like,
was
oh,
mushrooms, dude. That was
was it
mushrooms, dude.
mushrooms? I thought it was acid.
Mushrooms. It was a bunch of mushrooms. That was the day that I showed because I showed up late and everyone was hanging out in his van and I fucking did this and they were like, "Bro, you're underwater," and I was just like, "I can't help it. I can't fucking help it." And I had long hair at the time, so I was just like,
you had like
you know
long,
what I mean? Like,
straight hair like me.
yeah, and we were having a great time though. That was a
dude.
really fun night until that happened. I remember that.
Until that happened.
I left
So we
that.
took him
I don't think I was there
him.
for the hospital. I left before that. I wasn't there.
Yeah, so they took him to the hospital. Like people were crying. Like we thought he broke. Like it was that detrimental. And he comes out the next day and he's like, "Bros, that was the best trip of my fucking life. I'm gonna write a blog about it. All right, guys. I want you guys to all read it." And then like the next, because he was grounded, so he just wrote this giant blog about what he experienced, and it was like the most graceful, peaceful thing we've ever read, and it was so beautiful. He transcended. He definitely transcended, and it was beautiful. And
you know what's funny is I don't think
it was great, and it was horrifying at the same time. It was so, huh? You were there.
I was there, but I don't think I've heard from him since, or what. I don't know what's going on with that guy anymore. But who we're talking about, and I don't.
He was definitely there for one of the weddings we went to, for several of the weddings that we all went to. So
I just haven't reconnected with him. Reconnected with him then.
I know. I kind of feel bad.
You know what? The last I think I was is we played Magic. We played Magic together, dude. Wait, so by the way, yo, real quick, Shep. Magic the Gathering Arena is up on mobile now. It just got ported to mobile, so we can actually duel. Not trying to promote this at all, actually, but I just wanted to let my boy know that like we could play Magic on our phones and we could build decks, and it's fun.
All right. You've always been the Magic the Gathering guy. I have never been. I've always been the first person shooter, but you know what? Like Everett was the one that really got me onto tabletops, doing the D&D and stuff. Like he was the one that got me into Warhammer and War Machine. So, I love those, and those are very card-based games, but you have little miniatures and stuff, and so that's, I do play cards, but just not Magic the Gathering or
I get that,
Pokemon
man.
or Yu-Gi-Oh or any of the other ones. But so you said you had a pretty good story for
From
us.
my trip.
Mm-hmm. So let's get into that. What is this said story that you have thereof?
So yeah, man, it's a horror story behind an Airbnb.
A horror story? I've been hearing a lot of these horror stories behind Airbnbs.
Dude,
I think serial killers are just renting out their spot.
Bro, I'm.
Dude, wouldn't that be a freaking thing?
No, it would be a fucking dude. Honestly, I'm convinced that we almost stayed at a perv traffic.
Okay. Yes. Tell. Do tell.
No, I'm saying I was pretty sure that we were going to stay at a perp trap, dude. Like cameras in special places. Let me just start with that. Okay, so
Go on.
we found this place. It's not the cheapest, but it was a fairly cheap spot up there. And I was up in the Bear area. And we're about an hour out. And Candace is my lady tells me that she's like, hey, like I haven't been able to get through on Airbnb. I can't get in contact with the guy or the host. And I was like, oh shit. And he's like, yeah, they don't even have the fucking address up on the fucking thing. And I was like, oh, then yeah, let's fucking call him. So I call him up, and he's like, oh yeah, fucking. First off, man, like I'm calling you for a specific reason. I'm not trying to hear your goddamn fucking life story. Okay, I don't care that you're in Orange County. I don't give a fuck that you have 100 fucking plate. He goes off and tells me that he's got. I'm like, hey man, we've been trying to get a hold of you for an hour. I'm an hour out from the lake. Can I fucking get the address of the place that you said that we can stay at, as well as potentially like the password for the front door? Oh yeah, man. Give me 1 second. Oh yes. We've got like about 100, about 100 properties now that we're selling on here, and this and that and the other. And then he's like, let me just check and make sure that my clean lady came by today. And he's like, okay, oh yeah, no, the bedroom looks clean, the bathroom's looking real clean. It's got some paint kind of falling off the walls. The paint's kind of peeling a bit, but the kitchen looks like it's been clean. Yeah, I think my cleaning
Feeling it.
lady's been there. And I'm like,
No.
you
No,
just
she'd be washing walls and paint doesn't come off of washed walls because you take care
that's
of them.
true. But my reasoning was like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, did you not just tell me that you just checked each of these rooms with like you just checked yourself? Does that
Right?
mean you can
Like that
actively
was
enter a camera? Like that doesn't seem right. And so I'm like, okay, that's a little funny, but I just let I
he
didn't
has
say
a
anything.
ring camera in every room, bro.
Maybe, dude. I don't know. That's the thing, bro. Here, like,
Okay, continue.
it goes
Continue.
there, man.
Okay.
It goes there. Ongoing investigations. No, but straight up. But anyways, so I'm like, okay, and I'm talking to him like that, and he's like, oh yeah, man, you want the Wi-Fi? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Let me get the Wi-Fi for sure. I'd love Wi-Fi. It's 2021. I don't want to use my data.
Yeah, no,
Use
I
that.
get you.
So I'm
Give me
like,
that
all right, buddy.
Wi-Fi,
What's
bro.
Wi-Fi?
That
He's like, oh,
Wi-Fi.
it's
I need that Wi-Fi.
something.com. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to. I'm not
Blah,
trying to
blah, blah,
dox it
blah.
all out and stuff like that. But it's something.com. Not until I know we know for sure that something fucked up would be happening. Then for sure I'm gonna make an announcement. So, like I'll say that shit real quick.
I see that
But
guy on the news
for
getting
now,
arrested. That shit's going out on the interwebs.
well, it's just fucking weird, man. This whole story just gets fucking
Okay,
weird.
continue. I want to
But
hear
like,
this weird story.
so
Right.
I'm like talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "So our website's this.com. I know that you found us on Airbnb, but like we, doing like a competitive website for it. So that's what the Wi-Fi is. We just like to let people know." I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of dirty, but whatever. It's business." And he like goes over the rooms again one more time with me, and at that point, it's like really clicked in my head. I'm like, he's like giving me more detail about it a little bit now. So like, yeah, for sure. That feels just like you're just like if it's a report, it would feel somewhat. I don't know.
Written.
It still could be though. It could have been it totally could have
It
been a
would sound
report.
scripted, but this.
I just got this weird vibe off of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would have thought that I was being paranoid and lame because I don't know this guy. I'm not trying to judge him without knowing him, but like it's kind of lame if you do. But I was like, maybe I'm just being fucking paranoid because I'm a paranoid. I really am. And we pull up to this place. It looks like it hasn't been fucking lived in fucking over a year. Like the paint on the outside looks like shit. Everything looks like shit. Everything's got cobwebs on it, dude. We go inside this house. There's literally, I'll send you a photo, dude. I have a photo on my phone, dude. Like there's a chandelier that's about head height, and this thing had cobwebs from the fucking ceiling to the fucking lights. I was like, yo, like the
She
fuck.
never came around, homie.
I doubt she came by. And so No, and then like we realized that like the bed is literally just a like a fucking box spring on the floor. The working, quote unquote, working fireplace had a fucking space heater placed in front of it. Like the lampshade that was like sitting next to the fucking bed was straight up like torn up on the bottom as if rodents had gotten to it.
Oh my.
And I'm like, the fuck? So I go and I check the bathroom because I told Candace, I was like, yo, if I'm going in there, like I'm gonna like, I was like, let's not look like we're looking for
Yeah, you
anything,
don't
but
want to
like,
fall
let's,
through the freaking anything.
yeah, no,
Like
you don't.
everything
We're
sounds
not trying to set
horrible.
anything off right now. So
Right?
let's just get some information and go. So she was like, I need to use the bathroom. I'm like,
Let's
damn, but
check it
okay, all right, go
first.
handle. So like she goes to the bathroom and I'm checking out, and I noticed that like it's like wood paneling. Everything's supposed to look like a fucking log cabin up there. So like it's beautiful, but like there's like some fucking. I noticed that like there's a uh few of the knots. You know how there's like knots in wood. A
Hmm.
few of the knots are just missing.
Like just
Now
taken out.
like they're just missing, just not like, and they fall out in time. Like I'll give wood that fucking leeway. Sometimes the knots fucking
Mm,
fall out, but here's
nuts
the
don't
thing for
fall out
me. Yeah,
unless
exactly.
they're
But like,
like
I
being
know,
touched. They should be lacquered and stuff, have a coating on it.
I know. And so
Okay.
I'm like, yeah. So, and but here's the other kicker, dude. So the way that the layout is you walk in living room, which has got like a bunk bed, and then like the fucking floor box, fucking mattress on the ground, fucking fake fireplace, all that bullshit. But then there's like a little indent with a door here, door here, door here, right? Like dink, dink, dink. You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
doors all over the place. Just kidding. There's 3 doors. And so there's a door in front of you and one on the left, one on the right.
okay.
The one on the right clearly is a closet space because the kitchen's on the other side of that wall. Now the one on the left is also supposed to be a closet space apparently. But then I noticed when we went outside, there's like a full-on room there. There is like there's enough space for a full room there. That door is locked. That is also the room that has an adjacent wall to the bathroom and directly where the bed is, where these holes are that I noticed.
Mm,
I was like, yo,
where the
all
nuts were missing.
dude, fucking alarms were
Oh,
just going off in my head. And
dude.
I was like, yo, the fuck? So we start looking around and
Dude,
we
I would have
noticed.
went to Motel 6, bro.
Oh, dude, I stayed at I'll put the shout out right now, dude. I stayed at this wonderful place called the Hillcrest Lodge, dude. And like Katie is a wonderful woman. She fucking runs that spot with her husband, and they've only owned it for like a year or two, and like fucking great. Anyways, but like that's where I ended up staying afterwards.
Yeah,
But like,
no, oh my God, I would have left too.
oh,
What the
bro, but
hell?
here's the kicker. So like, I didn't find any cameras myself inside, right? But we go outside, and one thing that I am kind of aware of is that I'm aware that
Find
like
that shit.
you can have security, like you can have security as an Airbnb, but I believe that you've got to have fixed cameras, and like they're not allowed to be
Yeah,
in like
not in the
rooms and shit
freaking
like that.
bathroom, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
And
that's where
so,
you go to shoot up, all right? We
but
gotta have
here's
our space. No, I'm just kidding.
everyone's got to have their own safe space. That's a fact. But the thing is that got me, bro, is that this guy he had like on the front of the house, uh, like he had a front and the back all together like maybe 8 cameras, and like four or five out of 8 of those cameras though were not fixed cameras. They were like the 360 orb cameras that you can connect with your phone and literally move the camera around with full control.
Mm,
And I mean, I noticed as me and Candace were walking around too, I noticed the cameras turning, like specific cameras as we were coming around. Like I would watch a camera as like Candace would be moving from one spot.
you think maybe it was motion censored, or you think someone was controlling it?
I believe it was motion censored,
Okay.
but the thing that gets me is those 360 cameras, the full control cameras, because I know what those cameras are able to do, and you're able to literally
You can
move them.
zoom in like
You can do whatever you want, and these cameras are in places where they can look through the window in the front, or they can look through the window in the bathroom. Like I noticed that. That's something that I
mm,
saw, and I mean, one of them was literally right in front of like where the door is, and it's like window. So all you have to do is have an open space in either of those windows, and you can use that camera to look right inside of it. I don't know. It just felt really fucking weird. And then here's the best part, bro. So later on, Like Candace fucking reports this shit. Right, this shit gets reported to Airbnb, and they're like, all right, they
Yeah,
get
because
back. They don't get back to us for a while.
Dude, not even a mattress. They give you a box spring, bro.
Basically, dude, a box spring with like fucking straight up newspapers, bro. Like it was wasn't that bad. Okay, it was an actual fucking blanket, but like still,
it was a blanket. No, but still,
bro,
not even a mattress. Not even a
bro,
mattress.
yeah, man. I mean, there's still snow up there right now, dude, and you're gonna
Like,
use a
what
fucking
did
space
they?
heater. Like, I get it, dude, but like we paid for a fucking fireplace. You know, your picture shows a fireplace that has fire in it. Like, get your
Right?
goddamn fireplace fixed, or stop, or take yourself off Airbnb
A
until you can. You cheap son
space
of a bitch.
heater.
Fuck, dude, put your shit together, man. Just
Did
get
they
all your
think
shit
you
into
were
one
gonna
spot and
bring
fucking get it together.
everything? I don't understand. I don't understand. Like,
I don't know, dude, bro. This guy was trying to charge over 200 a night.
dude, that's nuts.
Dog.
That's
Like, I'll
nuts.
say it. Like, I wasn't going to, but I'll say it. This dude was trying to fucking straight rob people. All right.
Dude,
And here's
I'm
the
pretty
kicker,
sure
bro.
that was an abandoned house and you guys were getting fucking scammed.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, man. I think it was gonna be one of those houses where, like, in the middle of the night, like fucking Bruce and fucking George were gonna come out of that extra fucking room with fucking black ski masks, and they were gonna be like, "Welcome to the trade," and they're just gonna fucking tear us out of that fucking house. I'm dead. I'm already dead. They're gonna see me as a threat. They're gonna slit my throat, dude. But things are gonna get real fucking crazy, and then Candace is gonna end up having to fucking fight her way through like some Chinese fucking like Yakuza. I don't even know where that's gonna
He's
go.
just gonna
But in the
produce a
end,
knife for like use like a high heel the entire fight and just like
yep.
just keep hitting people with like the end of the high heel. Just
I mean,
stabbing people.
I think by the end of that whole
Oh
thing,
my
dude,
god, how
we'll be
terrifying.
riding the you know, Skynet
Dude, it was
line.
gonna be like
No,
the
but
strangers moment. Like people were just gonna walk in and they were gonna have masks on and you're gonna just
yeah,
be like,
dude, that
fuck,
dude. I mean, honestly, it
not
was fucking.
not
And
today.
here's the kicker. We get a call back from we get a call back from Airbnb, right?
Hmm.
Candace was telling me, she was like, "Yeah, it was an Airbnb employee." This was the same guy. Like, I was sitting in the car while Candace talked with him, and he was going off about, well, we'll look into this, we'll check on this person, we'll make sure that like things are on the up and up, blah 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 blah. And I told Candace, like, it dawned on me halfway through this conversation. I was like, this is the same person I talked to yesterday. Like, this is the same person I talked to earlier yesterday.
I
This is last
remember
night.
that voice.
I was like, I know this voice because it's like this weird kind of, and I'm not trying to talk shit, but it was like this kind of like quaint, wimpy, but like he had like this kind of like, it was like a like shit-eating tenderness to his voice. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, bro, you like, you make a lot of money, but I don't know if you make it in the right way. You know what I mean? Like, not the, I mean, there's the right and wrong way for everybody. Everyone has their own moral route, but like for me personally, I'm like, yo, dude, if you're gonna be like, business is business, but fucking people over is fucking people over, and that makes you a bad person. So
Which I have something to speak on that whole shenanigans part right there. We'll go into that later. So continue
no,
the
yeah,
story.
no,
But
no,
remind me.
but like, long story long, man. Yeah, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure the same guy caught wind or somehow of like her trying to report him, and I think he called. They said that
Acting.
he said the guy who was from Airbnb was like, we haven't informed the host yet. Yet for some reason, originally they said that they need, like, they would rather give the host the benefit of the doubt. So I'm like, none of that really makes sense. If they said that they'd rather give the host the benefit of the doubt, means that they're going to contact this host and ask some questions, meaning that he's going to know that someone is trying to fucking, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't quite make sense to me. And then here's the kicker: after this person who calls saying that they're the Airbnb people, the last person we talked to, right, says they're going to send us an email, they're going to do all this and stuff like that. No email ever came. Nothing showed up. And that's why I'm like, I think this was that same guy. I think that was the host trying to get fucking information on like why we were reporting him.
Yeah, because it was
And maybe,
shitty
and
shit.
dude, long story wrap around, I might just be a paranoid fuck. All right. Like, I'll admit that. But there's a lot of fucking just like real, like,
There was
sweetheart,
too.
have you got an email?
There was too much
Still
stuff.
no email.
There was too
Confirmed.
much stuff that made you go paranoid. Where you're like, nah, dude.
Yeah, no, there was
There's
way too
there's
much.
too much evidence here making me believe that I might be paranoid because this is some real shit.
Well, because
I
otherwise it would
normally don't
be,
think this. So
No,
this is
exactly. Like
happening.
I
This is
know
a
I'm
thing.
I know that I'm paranoid, but like on the real though, that's some fucking creepy ass shit, dude. And I mean, I
Dude,
know that shit
especially if the
exists, so
cameras
that's
were
why I'm like,
able to go and see
no.
inside the bathroom and like the bedroom where you guys would have been quote unquote
Dude,
sleeping on a
and
fucking
all
box,
that's the thing, man.
a
And
wooden
I will
box.
admit that it could have totally been a
Like, did they
report from
think you
his
were gonna
cleaning
bring
lady,
an
but
air mattress? I don't understand that.
bro, this place looked so nice in the photos. Like it was you know me too, dude. I don't really give a fuck.
Like
I'll sleep in
20
a
years
fucking shit
ago,
house,
it
but
was
like
a photo from like 1990,
yeah.
and then
Well, he
welcome
like tried to
to.
blame. He tried to. I remember that too. He tried to blame like the wall, like the paint in the wall in the bathroom peeling on the last tenant, and I was like,
Bro,
then
this
fucking
degradation took time. It
bro, then
wasn't the last person, bro.
no, and that's the thing, dude. Is like in my
I
mind, I'm
bet
just
you
like,
he was the last person.
what I think honestly happened, dude, is I think with COVID, like my theory on this is that with COVID, fucking a lot of people couldn't sustain themselves up there anymore, and they had to fucking they either fucking got evicted or they couldn't
Or
pay their
just left.
bills, any of that shit, dude. People had to fucking move, and I think a shit ton of these like just crap fucking, mm, just straight soulless motherfuckers fucking rolled up and were like, let me buy everything at dirt fucking cheap. And then instead of fucking even doing anything to improve it, I
I
think when he
don't think
says
they
last
bothered.
tenant, I think he means the tenant that owned the house before him.
Yeah.
And I think he did
I
shit
don't
all because
think he
bro,
actually owns it, bro.
there's
I think he set
family
up those
stuff.
cameras, set up everything on the internet, and then got you guys to come, and it wasn't even his house. He's been fucking, oh, well, what is that word? Or you stay there. Oh, what's the word? Like if I went into the house that's empty and I just
Squatting.
squatting, thank
You've been
you.
squatting.
I bet you that was a squatter, bro, and he just tried to just rent out that house to y'all
Dude, I would
for like
be
2 bills, so he could just go have some Vegas fun money real quick.
I wish that I could say that I wouldn't believe that because
Dude,
I know for a
oh
fact
my
that shit
god,
happens in the
dude,
world, man.
dude. There's no furniture, no mattress, no nothing. Like
Bro, and then
not
there's
even
like
a
a
fucking
full-size bedroom.
blanket,
Like, dude, that's easily the
dude.
size. Like, that room was
That's
easily
a
the size
tweaker
of.
house, bro.
That's a tweak,
That's a
dude.
tweaker
We
house,
totally were trying to stay at a trap house, dude.
dude. You were totally trying to stay at a tweaker house, and
Bro,
a
there was
squatter was
like
trying to scam you
garbage
guys. Oh
everywhere, and,
my
and it looked like there was
god.
a family there. There was like kid
Oh,
toys in the front and kid toys in the back. Like it was weird, and it looked like someone were just like they were like, we're going out
dude,
for the weekend, and
dude.
they just left, and we
Like
just
if
showed up.
COVID actually was like the zombie virus, and everyone just ducked out. It's
Pretty
just I
much.
had that little bit of dust on
Pretty
there,
Dude, that's
dude.
the thing, man. Like it was fucked, bro. Like it just felt wrong. But then,
I bet you he was in that little fucking room that
that's
entire time, bro.
that is what
That
I've been
entire time.
thinking. That is also
I
why
bet you there
I
was a
like
fucking
as
cot
soon as
right
I
there, a
noticed.
big old like 3 gallon fucking drum of water,
hmm
and
Well, dude,
just
the second I noticed that the knots were missing
spaghetti cans.
in the fucking paneling, dude, that moment I looked at her. I was like, let's go. Like, let's get the fuck out of here. We
Dude,
need to
I'm not with this.
And like
Not at all.
as long as I can see that car and we're fucking making our way to that car right now, I think that's what we need to be doing right now. Like
Right? Like if you've ever
every
went to that car super fast and the hardest you've ever walked,
mm-hmm.
now is the time.
Absolutely, dude.
Before for some reason these doors lock on themselves, we need to leave them.
Yep. No, dude,
Ugh, ugh.
it was
I'm
interesting. It was
glad you
very
guys got out. I'm glad that you guys are safe. I'm horrified at that
dude,
terrifying
isn't that
story.
fucking scary,
Dude,
bro? Like that's
that's
a
actually
true
really
horror
terrifying.
story, dude.
That that was a prenup or a prequel to what was about to just be the worst night of anybody's life.
Yeah, dude. Like
Yeah. Ugh.
I mean,
Dude,
if it was
that
a movie, dude, like I
mhm.
said, bro, I was dead. I was probably dead before I
Oh,
woke up.
you're definitely getting stabbed first. Yeah, they gotta
100%, dude.
take you out. Oh,
100%. I'm not a fighter,
oh
but damn
god.
it, man, they don't know that. Just
No,
kidding.
and you just might be sleeping, and they just come and get you first.
You just gotta keep pretending like you don't fight, you know?
Yeah.
You just gotta keep that up.
Keep one eye open at all times. Nah,
hmm
that's yeah, no,
Shotgun, dude. Keep
I'm
the
not down
shotgun.
with B&B anymore, bro. I will just do the old fashioned Motel 8. At least I know they'll be kind of safe. Don't do the little
Dude, yeah.
sketchy ass shit no more. Because honestly, how do we know that serial killers aren't just renting out the top of their house and they're just living in a basement while these people are just thing,
They don't,
and
dude.
then
I just
just
did research.
taking a friend or two?
They don't. Me and Candace just found out today that they were like, yeah, no, so it's just come out that by May, Airbnb is now going to be regulating. Like you'll have to get a certification and have your place actually like inspected and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not until May of this
So
year.
serial killers, you need to hurry up.
Mhm.
Get your goodies on. Goody
Quota's
goody
been
gumdrops.
set.
Give Papa that quota, it'll be done.
We just put targets on ourselves, John.
Oh God. Dude, come at me, bro. Come at me.
Smick,
That's
smack,
some
peg leg.
bullshit, bro. Uh,
Han Solo.
that's terrifying. Dude, yeah,
Dude,
licking the
not on
chops,
camera. Han,
bro.
dude, kids
Dude,
watch this.
licking the chops.
Kids,
But
get them.
dude, that's and that's just cats. They don't give a
Bro, kids.
kids will probably,
Dude,
hopefully
he
not
does
watch
not
it.
give a fuck, dude. That
Nah,
guy.
dude, just straight getting it.
He's like, you've been gone for a day, Dad.
Like, dog, there's a thing
Oh God.
called fleas, and they need to get out.
Yo, my boy don't got no fleas.
uh, not no more. He
He's
licked them
cleaning,
chops,
dude.
but all right.
He's taking a shower on stream for some reason. I don't know what the fuck.
That is not how you shower. Sir, this is a
Oh, cat's
Wendy's.
shower.
This is a Wendy's,
Sir, this
sir.
is Wendy's.
Sir, Han Solo, this is a Wendy's. Stop licking your
Mr.
chops.
Solo, I just gotta tell you right now, this is a Wendy's, and you cannot be taking that shower right there.
Okay.
Would you like some
Okay.
waffle fries?
Would you like some waffle fries with that? For free. So, speaking of assholery,
Assholery.
yeah. So PS5, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of assholery,
Getting hot.
like what's happening with all these scammers coming out and just scamming the shit out of people, like, and
It has
Sony's
been
just
going on.
watching it happen, and for like
Yep.
$800 freaking dollars, you're
Oh,
gonna
bro,
have this
I've seen them up for
giant thing
1,000
that you
minimum lately.
can't format, you can't reformat like regular computer, you can't do like most other shit, like it's just terrible. Like, and then
I
you have
agree,
to pay
man.
$850. Dude, that's almost my rent. Like, I pay like a couple $100 more, but that's a good chunk.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, that's crazy. And then you got these scammers coming in, buying like 4 of them, and then selling them for like $1,500. And you're like, dude, I hope that everything bad happens to you and you survive it, and then just suffer with it for
Dude, I mean,
all eternity because you deserve it. That is just pure.
that's
Uh,
the I mean, that's the
that's the
ultimate revenge, man.
epitome of what humanity could be the lowest of.
Oh
And
yeah.
they're like, yeah, no, we're gonna do it. Like, that's not cool at all. And
No.
I get that you can do it, but nah, nah,
Ooh.
nah. Let's not do that. Because you want to do that, then next time you need something, I hope you don't get it. Because then, you know, as my mama used to say, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. But what I like to say is, at least maybe we'll feel each other out. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that, because then something bad's gonna happen to you, and then you're gonna have to feel that out real quick. And not a lot of people like that. But learn before you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts on that whole thing?
Thoughts, man. Shit, dude, I haven't had thoughts
Like,
in years.
dude, I am top. I am top.
I am thoughts. I
I
don't
don't
know.
have any because I am top. Yeah, does that like kind of like Does that whole thing kind of bug you? Like, because you've seen it like $1,000, $1,200. We've seen $1,500 where you're like, dude, that's insane. That's like a person's like mortgage right there that you're just trying to like scalp on people during a pandemic. When people are hurting, you can't have a soul real quick. You
Well,
know?
I mean, they're also a business they're trying to make money in a pandemic. So like, I get both sides. I see your side too, though, but like, I
Uh,
get their side too.
that
I'm
is
like,
not so.
not a good
As you
reason.
were saying before, I get it. Ah, you know, like
No, exactly, man. That's how I feel about it too, dude. Trust me, I'm right
it's
there
like
with you, man. It
I'm
sucks.
not, I'm not, I'm not really. That's, but that's why I think I'm gonna go PC because for that $1,500 or even $850, I
Bro,
can
you can
get
get
like
a
a, a, a computer that'll play everything.
Yo, Shep, right now,
I can play the
I'll
universe
literally
on
send
that
you a
computer.
photo of it, dude. At Costco, you could get a gaming desktop, like a gaming tower, and it comes with everything it needs to start running, but it also has the capabilities of being basically like beefed the goddamn fuck up. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
tons
most
of extra
towers
space
do.
for
You can
everything.
just be
No, no, no.
able to just interchange it,
But my point being
and
is
it's not
that
even that expensive.
it costs 800, bro, at Costco
Yeah,
for the
and you
tower.
still get to interchange it and everything, and make
Yeah,
when the
man.
newer parts come out, you can beef
Yep.
it up and everything.
Just have that Costco
Can't you do
brand
that with the
fucking
PS5?
that Costco brand baby box like
No.
box, you know what I mean? And then at that point, you just turn it into like the fucking Frankenstein of fucking. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm planning on doing, dude. I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna get that and then just
Like
fucking beef
so
it the hell out.
that's why I think I'm gonna go that route because there's just PS5 is really I feel like letting people down with this. They're
Oh yeah,
getting
man.
hacked. They're letting us down with this PS5 that's just not compatible. It's only formatted to that, and you can't do a lot of stuff unless you have the PS4 like PS5 bullshit.
Yep,
And then you can't even upgrade it when 2 years runs down the road, and you want to
that's
beef up
true.
the memory or do something. You can't do it. So it's like,
That is
why
true.
even buy it for that expensive? I can't even do what I could do for the $800 for that
Well, man,
computer.
you're making the same point that a ton of people have been trying to make, man, because it's
Yeah,
true, dude. It's like
yeah. You know
it's
what?
absolutely true. Are we gonna pay?
Heard,
Why would I pay
heard.
fucking? Why would I pay fucking $800 for something
Yeah,
that I can't even modify?
yeah.
And
It
really,
just doesn't make
the
sense to me.
biggest. I mean, I'm going to get it.
I'm
I
not.
stream video games, so I'm gonna have to do it. But
I
like,
I just I think I'm gonna boycott the shit out of it.
I can't. But like,
I
I
get
get what you
you.
mean, man. I mean,
I
more power
get
to you,
you.
dude. And I
I
root for you
get
on
you.
that, bro. But like,
But
I just can't. I guess.
I'm gonna
I guess.
boycott certain things. It's just like nah. Sony,
Yeah.
you messing up. You messing up, and I'm not
Done
with it.
fucked up, Sony.
Yeah, you dumb fucked up. All right.
Done made an enemy of Joe. Golden hair time when we come at me, getting me, man.
Yeah. So I'm down to Biggle Bear, and we got a spot for you to hang out at with a bunch of cameras to watch you. All right? 'Cause guess what? We watching you, Sony. We watching you like that house. All right.
We're gonna take photos of your butthole, Sony. Snickety snap. Here comes the clap. No. No, but
Oh, that's
yeah,
too great.
man.
But yeah, I just wanted to rant about that a little bit. It's been really bugging me on my mind, and I really wanted to speak about it. It's just they watch it. They're seeing it
Yep,
happen. They know exactly what's going down, and they're not even trying to change it. They're just doing their thing to get
that's
their
true.
their paycheck. And for that big of a company, it's like, you know, I think I'm gonna go to another route, man. You know,
That's true.
I think I appreciate what I can do with
You're gonna
other
go.
things.
You're for sure gonna go to the PC route. You're gonna go
Yeah,
to the master race, huh?
yeah, because it's just PC. It's just there's so much you can do,
Dude,
so
I
much
agree
more
with you,
you
man.
can
I'll
do,
be there
and
with you, man.
so
I'll
like
be there with
it's
you.
just, and even like a year later, you're gonna get that next gen stuff, so you're gonna be able to just switch it out real quick, switch out that
Mhm.
RAM, switch out that memory, switch out,
Yep.
whatever. But now with that PS5, you gotta wait till PS6 comes out, and then hopefully it will be only the graphics will be better. You won't change much.
Yeah, I mean, we can hope.
I don't know.
We can hope. There we go. Let me turn that.
I don't know. But
Probably
any latest news on anything that you wanted to get out? We're
Oh yeah, dude. I just saw the time, bro.
yeah. We're
Yeah,
hitting that hour.
Speaking of that, I got to get to work here.
Right? You got to start streaming soon.
Ah!
Oh my God.
Ah!
Okay, well, I guess that was quick.
Ah!
Thanks, guys, for coming out. Jimmy's gone.
God damn,
just
dude.
kidding.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
gonna
done. I'm fucking gone, dude. That shit's fucking not coming back, dude.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
The smallest little knock around, dude. Well, anyways,
this is
guys.
why you can't flail around, Jimmy. You're so animated.
I couldn't help it, dude. I mean, never mind. It's an old story. Long story short, though, I was just gonna say, wouldn't it have been hilarious though if, like, right when that happened, I had a soundboard that made it sound like there was a car like blasting through my front window. Just fuck, dude. And then silence, right? Just dead silence, like dead silence. Just fucking
just glass shattering.
Just like off in the distance. I'm just like
just like ketchup or fake blood just coming down, like, oh my God. Could you even believe that?
No, that got way too real. But no, guys, I guess since my camera decided to just take a dive on me right there.
Dookie on you.
Oh, dude, the universe has been trying to get me to fucking crack lately, bro. But I've got
namaste, bro. Namaste. You are one with the universe. It just slides off you. It slides off you like water off a duck.
Okay. But okay.
Because their feathers are really oiled, so it just kind of runs off.
Super oily ducks.
Super oily. Like, but just the meat, dude. Duck is really good. I love duck. Foie gras is really good. Tastes like bacon, but really like buttery. Kind of interesting if you ever have it. Controversial dish, but delicious. Anyways.
Oh, dude, it's fucking great. No, but yeah, the streams, the channel's been doing really well. I've been, just working on that pretty much every single day. I'm streaming every day, guys, from
And what's your channel name? I saw a couple comments. They were wanting to know.
The channel on Twitch is Hellfizzle Jim.
Okay, so as we can see right there, I'm Hellfizzle Jim.
Yeah. Hey, the fuck up actually worked out all right. All right with that.
That said, there is name right there.
Yeah, no, pretty much you guys can copy and paste that. I don't know, man. I'm not sure what year it is anymore, but yeah, no, I'm trying to do this whole streaming thing. It's been great.
That's good.
Yeah,
got your community right up there.
It's been
That's awesome.
a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. I was like, hey man, going from being a chef to trying to stream video games for a living, that's going to be super fucking easy. Oh yeah, dude, you're not going to have to
same level of stress.
I have crippling social anxiety, hence the reason I was wanting to be a chef. I'm like, I just want to lock myself up in a fucking dungeon for fucking 16 hours a day and not have to look at the world, and then just get real high and play video games afterwards. And I was like, man, that's going to be great. So then I jumped into this streaming thing. Damn, I fucking love it, by the way. Like it is living a dream. It is living the life of an artist. Awesome. Because things move slowly, and it's definitely like a change from going from like a head chef position, like pay rate and all that stuff, to like but like it's good. It's honestly the best. I think the best part about this though is it's actually helped me stop being so goddamn awkward and embracing my awkwardness, I guess you can say, dude. But like I fucking
really embracing it.
Dude, so I have things that I do. I'll leave you with this quick fucking nugget of a story. So Candace knows that I'm very, very socially anxious, but I forget what the fuck happened. I forget exactly what happened, babe. But I went through absolutely every single one of my tools to like, okay, so like when I'm in public and I'm by myself, I fucking cannot, like, and I'm around people I don't know. Just can't, dude. I'm like a fucking group of 5 blonde chicks, dude. I just can't even. Okay, like it's just I'm sitting there,
so funny.
Like I'm looking at my fucking phone, and I'm like, all right, like if I keep looking at my phone for any longer than this, people are gonna think I'm fucking weird. All right, start looking at other things, and I'm like, all right, now I'm looking at other things. And I'm just like kind of looking around, and then I'm like, all right, I hope nobody realizes that I'm just like fucking
No
looking at the
one
same
does.
goddamn. All right, time to read some signs. And I like look to my right, and then there's like 3 fucking signs only. So I'm just like, okay, cool. The name of the place, a cool little historical plaque. Please, no smoking on the patio. All right, the name of the place, fucking a plaque. Please, no smoking on the patio. And I just kept going through those signs, and then that's when it dawned on me again that, dude, you've been looking at 3 different signs for 15 minutes. Like, people are starting to get a little fucking scared of you right now, dude. And you're just like this fucking bearded white dude sitting at a fucking table by himself drinking a beer. Like, stop. Fucking do something else. And so I'm just like, for sure. And it was one of those like the I think the server showed up, and I'm just like, I think I tried to ask for like another drink or something
You
like that,
joke.
but it was one of those things where they don't hear you at all. And so like I say a
You're like,
full
hey,
and this group of people that are sitting next to me hear me, look at me, and acknowledge that I'm saying this to the server. Server, though, is one server to like, there's about a 30, like altogether 30, 40 top that she's having to deal with by herself. So like, I know she's
okay.
busy, but it was that moment where like I went through a full sentence thinking she could hear me. She did not. And clearly did not. And this whole group of people are looking at me. Mind you, I'm at the end of my tricks. I'm like, I've got nothing else to quell this fucking social anxiety. I literally am now just gonna have to start staring at people and asking them what the fuck they're looking at, because like I'm starting to get really uncomfortable myself, to the point to where I think I got up and just walked to the back of the fucking restaurant. Like, I just got up and walked to the back and just smoked a J. Like, I just went back there and smoked. I was like, I'm gonna
I'm
embrace this
freaking
fucking
out.
weirdness, dude. I'm gonna freak out so fucking hard that nobody can say anything to me about it. So let's do this. And I just sat there and just fucking like smoked half a gram to the dome, dude. And then just like walked back in there and was like, I live at fucking I live at fucking, sea level. So I'm up at fucking, Bear Mountain fucking elevation, half a beer, dude, and I don't drink. So like half a beer and I'm fucking chilling.
Dude,
And then all of a sudden at that
frosty.
point, that's when I start to notice that my mouth is getting dry, dude. So now there's just no fucking saving it. I can't talk. I can't do anything. I'm choking a little bit because I'm trying to fucking breathe. Like, oh my God, dude. And then finally, just like an angel out of nowhere, dude, just fucking my lady comes rolling up, and I was just like, thank God. And as soon as she sat down, I got up and smoked a little bit more. And that was pretty much like the end of that story. It was just a really long drawn out story on
Of
how smoking saves
your
my life.
your panic
Um,
attack you had because of social anxiety.
yeah, dude, that was probably caused on the fact that I came into there way too fucking high in the first place. So I just decided to smoke more
That's it.
into it.
That is it. That is it.
That's absolutely it, dude.
Because I have gone to places stoned before and just had I felt the eyes where they're like, they're staring at me. They're so
Mm-hmm.
judging me because I'm stoned.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look around and not a single person is actually staring at me. And I'm like, I know they were. I know they were. They're not
Oh, dude,
staring at
trust
the
me,
phone.
man.
This is all
I was at a
fake.
restaurant today with my safety shades on the entire time, dog. Inside a dark room, fucking sunglasses. Like, nobody needs to know what's in my cup, okay, bro? Like,
Nobody needs to see
nobody
my.
needs to know what the fuck's in my cup right now. I am here for fucking bacon and eggs, please. And I did not get that. We
Right
got the
now,
most delicious
bacon and
fucking
eggs.
Wagyu burger and fucking what I thought was gonna be macaroni and cheese and bacon filled tater tots turned out to be an entire fucking cast iron of macaroni and cheese with bacon and tater tots, dude. I was like so pleasantly surprised, but I had also ordered the entire other meal. So there was dude. I mean, a fucking mess mix up. Mix
That's
up.
so funny. I thought it was one way, but it was completely the opposite dish. I
Dude,
thought,
I've got an
like,
entire mac and cheese to eat tomorrow, bro. Like, I've got an entire mac and cheese, including half of a fucking great burger. But like, come on, man.
dude,
Son of a
dude,
bitch,
dude, I don't know if it's the kid in me or what, but I will tear some mac and cheese up.
bro. That mac
I,
and cheese is so
dude,
fucking good, bro.
dude, when you used to work at Stacked, bro, oh
Mm-hmm.
my God,
Mm-hmm.
that was my
Mac and cheese,
dude,
fucking pizzas, bro, that I bring home.
Dude, I would just get the dish of the mac and cheese, and then I would load that bitch up because you could just start adding cheese. You could add like
Yep.
lettuce and anchovies,
Yep.
bacon, olives, and whatever
Ice
the hell you
cream, fucking
wanted, dude.
milkshake
You yeah,
toppings.
fucking milk, like,
Dude, straight up. I want heavy
and
cream on my fucking dish.
dude, I just want whipping
That's
cream,
what mac and
right,
cheese is.
bro? Like on my mac and cheese. Yeah. So I would just have like this fat stack of mac and cheese, and it'd be like $10, and it would just be a gargantuan plate of mac and cheese, and it was the best thing ever. I am just such a mac and cheese lover that it's
Dude,
just
and
I don't know if it's the kid in me or what, but
no,
that
dude,
that shit
yo,
is
shout
just
out to
holy,
Stack, dude. I'll give them that, dude. Their mac and cheese
dude.
is fucking bomb, bro.
Dude, their mac and cheese is on point, especially when
Mm-hmm.
you get to add the flavors you want. Dude, I added
Mm-hmm.
jalapeno, bacon, like mushrooms sometimes. Fuck it, just throw some mushrooms up in that bitch. Let's add some breadcrumbs in that shit, make it crunchy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude,
Mm-hmm. Get that
oh,
crunchy top.
dude. Oh, you wanted more cheese?
Bro,
Yes, I wanted
I would
like 6 more
breadcrumb my
cheeses,
fucking
bro.
macaroni
Like,
pieces, bro. I would breadcrumb the
ah,
macaroni and
dude,
cheese
put some
pieces in
lobster up in
order to
that bitch.
hold that back in
Like,
place.
oh, God.
Fuck, dude. All right, man. Well, I do gotta call it because I
Yeah,
get to work,
yeah,
my
we
man.
gotta
But
we gotta
yo,
call it.
thank you so much though for
I'm making mac and
fucking
cheese now.
dude. I mean, I'm about to go heat up the one that I was gonna wait for
Dude,
tomorrow because at this point I gotta eat some mac and cheese.
dude, you gotta. I got that.
Yo, but Shep, since you shot one my way, what you got going on in your life right now, my man?
Nothing. I'm gonna be posting this up, as soon as possible. So, I just hope everyone gives a good like and a listen. You could just always catch me here. Just trying to pump out these podcasts.
Absolutely, my
Um,
man.
hopefully we could get a little bit better content and a little bit more videos out. So I just got to work on that. But
I think you and I should make an OnlyFans and it's just us dunking Oreos.
dude, I'm a really good dunker of Oreos.
I'm
Like
just saying,
I
dude.
know how to
There's a market
dunk
in OnlyFans for it,
the
bro.
chunk out of that fucking
We don't even have
Oreo.
to show our faces, bro. People just want to see the dip. You know what
Dude, they just
I
want
mean?
that
They want to see that
ASMR, bro. They
that
just
dip
want
and
they want to
drip,
hear
dude.
that fucking dip and drag,
They want
dog.
that dip and drip,
Dude,
dude.
dude, that dip and drip. Oh, no, no. Yes, I'm
I've already come up
so
with the name of the fucking the fucking OnlyFans group, dude.
the
Welcome
dip
to
and
Dip and
drip.
Trip.
Dude.
This week we got mint chocolate chip. Next week we're gonna get the
Dude.
Oreos.
And then when Girl Scouts come around again, we gonna get some Samoas up in that bitch. You
Get the
know what I'm
Samoa, dude.
saying?
We're gonna get that. We're
And
gonna get
that fucking
that fucking
coconut
mint shit,
caramel,
dude.
mm, that thin mint, and that dosey dose.
Dude, slap me in the face and call me sour.
Dude, slap me in the face with the dosey dough and have a good day.
Fuck, dude.
Like,
God, I
only on
love
a good
cookies,
day.
dude. Fuck, I
Dude,
love
I
cookies.
fucking love cookies,
Yeah,
mac
cookies
and
are bomb,
cheese,
dude.
like,
Sweets, man, just sweets.
just good shit.
It's good shit. All
All
right, my
right,
man. Well, I hope you have
all
a great
right.
night tonight,
You do the same, brother. I hope you have a good
dude.
week. We'll catch each other on this
Dude,
next
I was gonna say,
podcast.
man, I'll definitely talk to you tomorrow, my man. We're gonna have
Oh, we definitely probably will
good little
talk.
laugh about this one, brother.
This was a good one. We didn't even we did barely any news. We just ranted and had a good time.
You
So
know,
that was a lot of fun.
I will say this though. Let me announce this then too. I apologize that my schedule has been a little. My scheduling's been a little. It's been tight and fucked, and so like it's been just like for the listeners out there. I have been the reason why things have been a little off kilter lately, and so like that, my boy John here has been pushing hard as fuck to keep this thing on track. So I just want to
Oh,
let everyone know though that
I
shit's gonna
have
be
been.
getting fucking popping here in a
I
little
hope
bit.
so. Let's get this popping.
No, dude, I've
This
got
was too much fun. This was
bro,
too much
this
fun.
dude, it's gonna be a good time. We got
Uh,
this.
right?
Yeah, I love this, dude. It's my favorite
Dude,
part of my week almost.
dude, and the
Straight up.
stories tonight were just that they were good. They were really
Dude,
good.
yeah, man. It's
They
well,
were
dude,
really
it's
good.
like it's I mean, sure, yeah, we ain't kicking back, smoking, chilling, and relaxing like that. But like at the
Yeah,
same time, we
this
are
is
though. I
this
love
is
you, bro.
this is it. Yeah. No, much love to you, brother. Much
Much
love to
love,
you.
man.
And we'll definitely get another one out pretty soon here. And then I'll definitely probably talk to you tomorrow, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
So there's that, just everyone else stay golden, you know, that's the golden podcast right there. It's just for everyone to stay golden. That's what we're about. And it was fun tonight. So I thank everyone and have a good night, everybody.